last year in this game, coming in relief and how he handled that whole situation?
Yeah. So I just remember him coming in, and obviously, it's a big game for him. It's his first real snaps as a QB. He came in. I mean, how you would expect he would come in, and it just kind of I don't want to say nervous, but you can tell that he was a little, just shaken up by the moment. But after he completed that pass to Austin Mack for that huge third down conversion, he was animated, ready to go, and kept pushing. Came back to the sideline, energetic. Got guys going, and I mean, it was good for us.
Has he played exactly like you thought he would play this year? I mean, is he not exactly, but you understand what I mean? Has he risen to the occasion like you thought he would?
I mean, he's definitely doing things that everyone thought he could do. I mean, his stats, they speak for themselves. He's breaking records, and just playing to the standard of an Ohio State quarterback. And I don't know if I want to say he's doing exactly what I thought he would be doing, because I don't think you can even fathom some of the stuff that he's done.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's just playing great.
Parris, what are your emotions like going into this week knowing that it is your final home game at Ohio Stadium?
No, it's huge. It's everything, man. Everything's on the line for us as a team. Everything's on the line for me as a senior, playing my last game in the Horseshoe. It's crazy that I just said that. I guess I never really, thought I would be sitting here saying that, but I mean, it's here, so it's everything.
What do you think of the job you guys have done as captains, and especially you, Johnny, and Terry, considering how this year started for you guys? I'm talking about back in August when things hit the fan, or actually July when things hit the fan, and now I don't know. How do you think y'all have done dealing with that and leading the team?
Yeah. Well, I guess, I think we've done a great job. I guess you got to ask others to see.
Yeah.
I
I
really
have,
can't.
but I'm just wondering, just from your vantage point, though, what kind of a challenge was it? You know what I mean, Parris, as you look back now?
Yeah, it was a challenge for sure, but having strong leaders around this program, such as myself, such as Terry, such as Johnny, it kind of made it easy, just because it wasn't a one-man show, and guys, we were able to lean on each other when leadership was necessary. And obviously, we've had our hurdles, we had ups and downs of adversity hit us left and right. It's kind of feel like we've been in a title fight this whole season, man. We're getting uppercutted, hooked all over the place. I mean, we kind of just stood strong. We're taking punch by punch, taking adversity by adversity, and just handling it day by day. So,
Parris, you talked a lot early in the year about your decision to come back and the things that you still wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're at this final week of the regular season, have you done what you set out to do? I know there's still a team goal in front of you, but individually, has this gone the way you envisioned?
Yeah, definitely. Individually, I think I've benefited from this season tremendously. I think that ultimately it was the best decision, and I told you early on that I had no regrets, and I was happy with my decision. But I think that I've benefited tremendously from this year, so definitely.
What's been the best part of this year for you?
The best part, honestly, I just think week by week, just because as things just dwindle down, you look up and it's like, all right, it's week 12, playing Team Up North, last home game. I just think, I try to, take everything week by week, game by game, and each week had its moments, each practice had its moments, each game had its moments, and I'm just appreciative of, the entire season thus far. I'm looking forward to what's ahead. So definitely.
What is the mindset of you guys right now? I mean, you have dealt with so much this season, so much adversity, kicking off back in July, but here you are, 10-1, a chance to go back to Indianapolis for the second straight year, and a chance to get back to the college football playoff. I mean, what is your guys' mindset right now?
Well, I think our mindset right now is just worried about the Team Up North. Obviously, everything that we want, everything that we set out for is right there in front of us, but that doesn't come without this week. That doesn't come out with preparing the right way, attacking practice the right way. We have a long list of goals, but we got short goals that we got to take care of first, and that's this week. So,
What do you think your thoughts will be as you run out there on Saturday, introduced?
Yeah.
You stuck it out for 5 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think your thoughts will be?
Yeah, I guess, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long road. I'm going to walk in that stadium, get called out for senior night, just look up, see, 110,000, because I'm sure that place will be packed. I see my family waiting for me at the end of the line. I mean, I'm sure I'll be emotional, but, you know, I'm not going to let that get in the way of what's at stake. You know, come kickoff, you know, I still have a mission ahead, and I'm sure it'll be an emotional time, but, you know, I'm not going to let it get in the way.
As a leader, was the toughest time late July, August, September, or was the toughest time after the 49-20 game at Purdue when people were writing y'all off, et cetera? And, you know what I mean? What, as you look back on it now, to get to this point, to still have everything in front of you that you want to play for? I
mean, I guess as I look back, I mean, people are always going to write off Ohio State, no matter what. No matter, we could be undefeated right now, people still write us off. I mean, that's what comes with being a Buckeye. But the toughest, I don't think, you know, I think they're incomparable. I don't think you really can compare the two, just because, you know, early August, that was something, you know, that no one could have expected. That was wild. No one expected that. But, you know, as a football player, as a football team, you never want to, look forward to having a loss. You never think that you'll have a loss, but I mean, you know, that's a chance. Every time you step on the field, you know, it's a chance that you could lose a game. But I think that was easier to deal with than the unexpected, you know, adversity we went through.
Parris, I'm not suggesting that you need any extra motivation with all the stakes in the rivalry, but you guys are an underdog, and there was a subtle guarantee of a victory coming from your rival yesterday. How much attention do you pay to that? Does it matter to you at all? Pay any mind to that stuff? Does it get into the Woody at all?
No, I don't let it get to me. I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you can guarantee what you want. I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to come strap up and come play. So period. You know, our guys, we don't pay any mind to that. I mean, we see it, obviously it's there. People push it towards us. But I mean, we won't pay no mind. You know, we're gonna have a great week of practice. We're gonna prepare the right way. And Saturday noon kickoff, we're gonna see.
If I hadn't just said it, I mean, would it be a topic of conversation at all in here?
I mean, probably, just because I mean it's so fresh, it's new right now. I mean, it's something that just happened. And obviously, you know, everyone's on Twitter, everyone sees and hears, you know, what people say. So I mean, yeah, but you know, we're gonna move past that. We're really not gonna pay a lot of attention to that. So.
Do you guys kind of take that as disrespect a little bit, knowing the history recently of this rivalry and the fact that, you know, I mean, they've been close the last couple of years, but you guys have dominated this rivalry for a long time. And what does that feel like to be an underdog? Does it feel weird or disrespected, or what's the?
It's not weird at all. Like I said earlier, I mean, people are always gonna write off the Buckeyes. And honestly, I mean, we the underdog. I mean, that's how we wanted to be. Let it be that way.
So you guys enjoy being the underdog?
Yeah, we just fine with it. Fine with it.
Coach Meyer talked yesterday about respect in this rivalry. How do you balance respecting your opponent when A, the stakes are so high, and B, there's such an intensity between these two going back 115 years?
Right. Well, I think just the respect aspect has come from, you know, what they've done this season. Obviously, the number 4 team in the nation right now. Outstanding defense, number 1 defense right now. I mean, you just got to respect what they've done. They're a great team. And at the end of the day, it's about respecting the game. In every game we play, we respect our opponents. We never downgrade, we never underestimate. And I think that's the respect he's talking about. But, again, just based on what they've done this season, they're a great team, and I think that's where the respect comes from.
Parris, what is it about Coach Meyer that he has not lost a single game yet in his career?
Yeah, I mean, well, Coach Meyer obviously is one of the greatest coaches, you know, of all time. You know, he'll go down in history. He's a legend coach. But I mean, this week, this game is just different. The air around the Woody is different. The way we attack practice is different. The preparation is different. Everything is just different. And I think he does a great job of, you know, just emulating that through the whole team, allowing the young guys to know, you know, follow the leaders, and the older guys follow our coaches, and everyone knows what's at stake. So.
Well, see, for me personally, you know, I'm a believer in karma, fate. You know, what goes around comes around. You know, and sooner or later, I mean, the pendulum's probably going to swing at least back a little bit the other way, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Michigan's probably going to get a few wins. What do you guys do this weekend to avoid letting that happen?
Yeah, I mean, basically, like I said, just prepare, you know, a little bit better, practice a little bit harder, and then when it comes to the game, play a little bit harder. But I mean, like you said, I mean, sometime, the pendulum may swing, it may not. But we're going to do everything in our part to make sure it doesn't this Saturday. So.
What does this mean? We talked earlier about the rivalry and respect.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that come from? I mean, who teaches you that? Because, I mean, the intensity unchecked could get out of hand. So where does the respect come from? It has to be taught somehow.
Well, me personally, I mean, I've learned to respect the game from a young age, and I mean, I've taken that everywhere I've went and everywhere I played with, whether it's high school, college, wherever. So I've learned that from a young age, but I think my coaches do a great job of that, not just with this week, but every week. So respect your opponent. There's no need for trash talk, no need for cheap things in the game, because at the end of the day, the way you really respect your opponent is by beating them. So. I mean, that's what I've learned from a young age. That's what's taught around here. So.
Parris, when you were in the huddle with him last week, did you see a difference in kind of the ownership of the offense from J.K. Dobbins in the running game, especially with the loss of not knowing or not having Mike Weber out there? Did you see him any differently out there with 37 carries?
No, I didn't really see me as different. I mean, obviously, as a running back, you want to get into a rhythm in a game, and maybe having two backs is hard to do that, but I just seen J.K. I mean, he's a man's man. 37 carries, 200-plus yards. I mean, I think that speaks for itself. He handled the situation very, like a pro. Like I said, like he's a man's man. So I didn't really see anything different from him just because, no matter how many carries he's going to take the most advantage of it. So. Yeah,
just looking from the outside, how important is establishing that rhythm in the running game, especially going into a week when you're facing one of the top defense in the nation?
It's huge for us, man. We're gonna have to do everything, on a high level, whether that's running the ball, throwing the ball, blocking up front, blocking on the perimeter. They're a huge blitz team. We're gonna have to be able to pick those blitzes up. But I think the run game will be very important for us, and I think this week we're gonna prepare the right way, and then come Saturday we'll be ready.
Parris, you've had to play.
Like things have been different this week in comparison to other weeks. What are some things that have been different than like maybe the week you played Penn State or?
Yeah. When you just walk into Woody, I mean, you just look around, you see all the signs, see all the M's crossed out, you hear "Time for War" playing in the speakers. I mean, just those things, just those small things, that makes you feel different. So when you're attacking that day, when you're attack practice, you just remember those things. And we practice every day hard, but just this week, man, it's all you can got. It's all you got, all you can give, and I mean, it's everything that we do in the off season for this week right here.
So. Are you guys already sick of that song?
Oh yeah.
You guys know your nerves yet?
Yeah. I mean, it's my 5th year, so of course I'm sick of it, but.
Thank you, Parris.